friends, it's Kelly back with another layout for Christy's Beautiful Life, 30 days of sketches. I kind of missed like 2 weeks of them, so I am actually working on day 30. I think I got all the way up to day, let me see. I got up to day 15, so I did like half of it. And I'm gonna come in and try to finish maybe the last 2 days, maybe. I might even go back and work on some of the other sketches and just upload them when I have time and when I can. Life is super busy, as I'm sure most everybody understands, and most everybody is super busy too, so I'm gonna use this sketch. It's day 30, created by Kathy Zacharuk. I hope I pronounced that right. But so I like the vertical lines and a big stack of something here. Well, a photo and like some layering pieces behind there. And I like this little side cluster and top cluster. So I thought that would be fun to use. And just so happens that tomorrow is the 30th. So it kind of worked out good for the photos that I have as well. So these are photos of my adorable grandson last year at Christmas time. And they have this, I guess you would say it's vintage. It's a vintage old Ford that is red. And there's actually a photographer in town that wants to use it to take holiday photos for families this year. So they're going to get their pictures made for free. So kind of worked out. And it is a cool old truck. And it's bright red. So I'm probably, some of these, my daughter took these pictures. I wasn't around. So if I had been there, I would have taken like landscape photos just to get more of the truck in, because it just kind of looks like he's sitting in the window of something there. These two are pretty good. So my daughter, you would think by now that they would know to take pictures in all different kinds of angles and ways, but what are you gonna do? So I'm really teasing, but I love these photos. So I'm gonna use those, and then I'm so excited. Oh, I didn't even talk to you guys. Look at my new Tim Holtz Tonic Studios mixed media mat. I was a little bit worried that it was going to glare. There was going to be a big glare on it. Oh, I see. Yeah, there's not really so far. I haven't taken this part off. There's still not a glare, and I have my lights on. Let me turn this light on and see what happens. Yes, there is a glare now, so maybe we don't turn that one on. That might be a problem at night. Today it's pretty bright and sunny outside today, so I've got quite a bit of natural light coming through so there's a little bit of glare. We'll see if that ends up being a problem, but for right now, I like it. And I had a big issue. This is going to be a chatty video. Hope you guys don't mind. I don't know if you remember, but I bought these wallpaper strips from the Dollar Tree and adhered them to this desk. This is an old desk. Old desk. Oh, look. Cute things. But it says on the packaging that it will not leave a sticky residue. Well, they lied. This still looks a mess, but it took me hours because it was just like you would touch it and your hand would stick to it. It does leave a sticky residue behind, like majorly. So I haven't decided what I want to do to fix that. If I have more of those wallpaper strips, and I might just recover it with those again. I don't know. But for now, this is gonna have to do. And I have my other like cutting mat over here. I don't know. I get bored of stuff, so I change things. Anyway, I digress. But tip: if you don't want to ruin the surface of your desk, don't put wallpaper on it from Dollar Tree or probably anywhere else. But so this is what I'm going to use today. Look at all this beautifulness. So excited about it. I got the 49 and Market Art Options Holiday Wishes, and I think I got these from a Cherry on Top, and they were out of stock of they didn't have the laser cut element or the 6x8 collection pack. So I ordered these from Scrapbook Generations, and I just got them in like 15 minutes ago, and I'm so excited. I was like, I have to go Scrapbook right now. And I'm about to have to turn this off, and I'll come back, but because my stove is beeping at me because I was so excited. I came in here and left food in the oven, so I probably should go check on that. But real quick, it'll be all right for a second. I got the 12x12, the Holiday Wishes laser cut elements, the 6x8 pad, and then the ephemera bits, which I will break these open in a minute, and you'll see me sorting through them. And then I have these frames that are also 49 and Market. These, which you've seen probably a lot lately, and these tickets. They're in the color Lagoon. So all 49 and Market products, which has been my favorite lately. So, all right, I'm gonna go check on the food, and I will be right back and start a voiceover showing you my process. Thank you for being here. I'll see you in a minute. Okay, I'm back with I'm just kind of sorting here through the ephemera pack and acquainting myself with what all is in it, and just sorting it in this is one of the trays that I use always for my ephemera and pieces for my kits, and I found it at the Dollar Tree like a few years back. I got a couple of them, thank goodness, because I've never been able to find these again. And I like them because it has a slant on the side, so it's easy to pick stuff up out of. So I found them like the divided trays, but they're like more like a bowl. This has more of an angle, so it makes it easier like to pull stuff out of the trays, if that makes any sense. So I just went through all the beautiful ephemera, and I set aside some things that I felt pretty confident that I would use. Mainly a couple of little tags, a frame, word sentiment, and I did end up using all those pieces that I had set aside. And I'm also just quickly going through the laser die cuts, and I was surprised because on the back of the packaging of the laser cut elements, there's some cut parts. And as that same thing on the packaging for the paper pack, there are cut parts on the back of that, which I knew that, but I had not seen the ones on the laser cuts before, which is probably there. I just didn't notice. I don't know, or haven't bought that many of these. But anyway, so I choose a paper, and I'm kind of hem-hawing because I'm not sure how this paper will work with the sketch that I chose, but ends up working out just fine. And then I pull this one with the trucks, and I'm trying to find some coordinating papers to go along with it, and I end up settling on these three, but end up only using the red and white diagonal striped paper. And I cut about a 3.5 inch strip of that paper, and that is going, like in the sketch, there's the strip of the vertical strip with layers underneath it. And for my layers, I'm just kind of piecing together these frames to border the strip of paper. And then I added some foam adhesive on the back because I want to be able to layer underneath this, and I like the little bit of height that gives. And I ended up using a different set of chipboard frames. The ones that I had chosen earlier, I didn't have the right sizes for, so I cannot. These are $49 in market, and I think they're the newest ones out, but I cannot remember the names of them. But they're just chipboard frames. So I knew that I wanted to use that red truck with the Christmas tree in the back, just because there's a red truck in the photo. I know. I'm kind of nerdy like that. Thought about using the Christmas tree up there in the corner underneath some of those layers, and decided not to do that. And this kind of layout that you see here, that's pretty much what I end up with in the end. I'm still kind of in the playing around phase. So I used the frame, and then I decided I want to use the other part of that frame in another area of this layout. And I love the tickets and tags and all the layering bits in all of Katie Petite, I believe is how you pronounce her last name. I love all her collections, and there's just so many good things that you get to layer with, and it just makes my heart happy. I love every layout that I create with her designs. I end up just loving. It's just hard to make a bad layout with her designs. I feel like I don't think you could make an ugly one if you tried, because the designs themselves are just so beautiful. So I'm adding a little bit of foam adhesive to parts of that truck die cut, and I actually had to double it because my frames made, well, it just is a very dimensional layout, so that one needed a little extra lift to fit without being bent. And I went over earlier and stitched. I don't think I talked about that when I did it, because this goes pretty fast. Otherwise, this layout probably took me, just because I had never opened the packages or anything yet, like it was brand new. So it probably took me an hour and a half to complete. Maybe even longer, because I had to stop a couple of times to do some things. But if I would have just kept the video without speeding it up, you were looking at about a 2 hour, a 1.5 to 2 hour video, which I don't think anybody wants to listen to me talk for that long. At least I don't want to listen to myself talk that long. So in the sketch, there is this cluster over on the right-hand side of the page that I really was attracted to when I looked at the sketch. And so that's what I'm doing over here. There is one at the top right side of the page too in the sketch, but I ended up not doing that just because I felt like I had enough that I felt like if I would have added one more cluster, it just would have been too much. I know, shocker. I said the words too much when I'm referring to a layout, but yeah, I really felt like it would have been a little too much for this layout. Just because there's a lot going on in the background papers anyway, with the holly and the greenery in the background, so I just didn't feel like it needed it. And then I am going to use a sentiment strip, and I'm popping that on a little strip of foam adhesive, and it says Holly Jolly Christmas. And I'm going to add just probably a couple more of these poinsettias. And then we are almost done. And be sure to go check out all the other people who are participating. I have been so inspired and seen so many gorgeous interpretations of these sketches. So you should go check everybody out. There's a playlist link below that has everybody who participated in this challenge. And I just felt like I needed a little bit of red there, and I think that now I am done. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Be sure to hit that like button. It really helps my channel, and subscribe so you know when I upload new videos. Thank you. Bye.